Hello friend, welcome to the channel Simply This Life. I am Candace and I am currently on a journey to a more minimal, simple, and mindful lifestyle. So if that is something that you're interested in following or getting tips about, be sure that you subscribe so you don't miss future videos. There are going to be so many ideas on this channel about how you can simplify, save yourself time, and have less stress in your life. All right, as part of this journey, I knew I had to start somewhere that would make a massive impact on my life. So I chose my kitchen pantry. This area is going to be different depending on who you are, what stage of life you are in, and where in your house you spend the most time. For me, it's in the kitchen, and it is a wreck. So I knew I wanted to start in the pantry. I knew that if I invested in it, I would care more about it, invested financially, and if I invested more time into it, that I would just care about it more and I would be more motivated to keep it clean and looking nice. Guys, I think this is my favorite transformation I've ever done in my house, in my life. All right, let's do it. Here is what my pantry looked like before. As you can see, there is absolutely no order, and I was originally really proud of myself for using dollar store bins to organize. And although there's nothing wrong with that, I just was not inspired by this blue color. I didn't like it, and the bins just weren't a great shape for what I was looking for. So I'm excited to show you how I completely transformed it into something I love. I want you to really see how deep this goes. Like, it's down deep. Everywhere you look, there's things that don't belong, things we don't use, things that are taking up space and time. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's like, it's okay. It's all right. This is not about beating yourself up and feeling bad about where you are right now. It's just about moving forward. Let's go ahead and start. Let's go one shelf at a time. Let's do that. Let's clear the floor first. I'm going to work from the bottom up. I'm going to leave the decor for just a minute because I don't think I'm going to have time for that today. If this takes me a whole week, so be it. We're going to get this done. And it doesn't matter if it's got to be just like 10 minutes at a time. The floor is clear. That only took me 6 minutes. That was really, really fast. So let's move on to this second, or actually it's the first shelf, but the second area. Let's keep going. I set myself up a little donate bin, so anything that I'm finding that's still good that somebody could use, I'm just putting into here so we can take it to the Goodwill. For now, I'm just keeping the cereal in the boxes, even though it's not that cute, but that works well for us. If I put them in glass jars, the kids might break them, so I'm just gonna leave those. Now let's move on to this, and here's where I feel like we can have some fun because we can use the new bins. The can situation is not good. I'm sure some of these are expired, but I got these little gray baskets at Target. So cute. I think I have 3 of these, so I definitely have enough for the cans. So let's go ahead, check what's expired, and see how many of these little gray baskets we need, but hopefully no more than 3. I did end up using all 3 of these bins. These are all of my beans. This is all my chilies and tomato sauce. So those are kind of spilling over, which means I need to use them. And then here I have soups and then like sweetened condensed milk. So I actually really like this. Clearly, I can make some Mexican dishes and I'm good on beans. So 3 was perfect. These are the expired items that I'm going to get rid of. I grabbed these white bins also from Target. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to arrange this. I'm going to start putting the food in here and kind of see what I think, but here's what we've got so far. I don't know if I love these brown baskets. I might have to go back and get a couple more white ones just so it looks a little better. This is how I was storing my tea, like in these teeny tiny little ones. Clearly that is not gonna work. So I'm excited to get these in a bigger container so they stop spilling over. Here's how the tea bin turned out. I found some hot chocolate too, so I just put that in here and it's pretty full, and that's after I got rid of a few teas that we don't drink. So that'll be perfect. Let's put chips and pretzels and then snacks. That is exactly right. That's perfect. All right. Uh-oh. Baby's awake. I would love to just get this one middle shelf that's really bad done before I stop. I have some cute jars that I'm going to use for the flour and sugar, and let's see if we can do it. Look at this mess we have here on the counter. Oh, this is the part that I really get overwhelmed by, because it has to get worse before it can get better. But I'm trying not to get overwhelmed and just stay focused. Let's grab a trash bag and maybe put on some calming music and keep going, because I know this is going to be so worth it. It's just we're at a really bad spot. One thing at a time. I grabbed these amazing, huge mason jars. I thought they were so cool. I just grabbed these at Target over in it's really like the pantry organization section. They were on sale for $6 a piece. So I'm gonna start putting some things in here. For one, the oats. Yes, you want some of this? Okay, I'll get you a snack. And I'll probably put some rice in these. I have 4 of them. I just think they're really, really pretty. Okay, let's do it. Perfect. Whoa. I am going to carry this huge garbage bag full of expired food to the garage. And honestly, some of you might get after me for throwing these out, but they're just so dirty and gross. And because they're so cheap, I feel like it's not even worth the effort. Somebody can just go buy them for $1. So I'm going to get rid of this. It's so stinking heavy. Here's our progress. If I can do it, you can. Can I just say that? This is not fun, but it is going to be worth it. That's what I've got in the forefront of my mind. It's going to be worth it. I just bought a couple of beautiful containers that I'll show you in just a second for sugar and flour. But then I also have stuff like brown sugar and powdered sugar. So I'm actually going to need one of these bins. And I do want to get some whole wheat flour to cook with. One good thing about going through your pantry is you find a billion of these little chip clips. So let's go ahead and fill this up with the sugars. Yeah, like I have this coconut sugar that won't go into a jar. So for now, let's just keep it all in here. Look at these beauties. I am so excited. I paid a little bit for these. They were around 20 bucks a piece. These are by Threshold. They're hand wash only, but they're so pretty. They really inspired me. It made me feel happy. So I thought they were worth the investment, especially on a project like this that I'm going to be seeing absolutely every day of my life. So I felt like it was worth it, but they had a couple really pretty options there. Look at how cute this is. I grabbed this at Target, again, a little bit pricey. I think probably 17 or 18 bucks, but I loved it, and it will match this copper on my utensil holder, which I also bought at Target a couple years ago for 3 bucks. Here is what I did. I moved the cereal because I just didn't like the way it looked. It was cramping my style. So I stuck it over here in the corner so that you can't see it just looking at it straight ahead. I'm gonna go get a couple of bins so that I can store the home decor. I know I want this. Like, I don't even have to go through these right up here. I know I want them. The basket, oh my gosh, I love it. So I just need a bin, and then we can finish this up. But if you've got little ones underfoot, oh, thank you, sweetheart. Just do what you can. She's done. She's had it. So we're going to finish. And we might even run to the store and grab some labels for these baskets. But day one, huge progress. And I feel really, really good. Okay, this is kind of hard to show, but I'm going to be a little bit vulnerable because I think it's going to help some people. This is all of the expired food and boxes that I was able to consolidate from the pantry. Way more than I thought. So what this tells me is that I have more than I can manage, and we're wasting a lot because things are disorganized and there's too much of it. So this is a learning process, and I told you guys I would take you along for the ride. So this is how much we wasted, which is so sad. But the good news is we're on to more simple systems that are going to be much more effective. I just got back from Target. I ran there again and grabbed this gray and white basket. It's not like super sturdy, but that's okay. It's just for the Tupperware stuff for the kids. So I'm going to go through. I'm going to just make sure everything fits in here. I mean, this is big. We do not need more than what will fit in here. So this is going to look really, really cute. I think this was like $9. No, it was 13. Sorry. It was 13 bucks. But I thought for the size and how good it's going to look in there, it was totally worth it. My camera battery is flashing at me, and I still need to clean up this whole kitchen. I'm just gonna load up the back of my car and take stuff to the Goodwill in the morning. This is the stuff for the Goodwill, minus this bin right here. I'm keeping that, but all the stuff on the table, that's going to the Goodwill. I still need to figure out a place for this stuff and see if I even want it. Guys, it's like, it's done. it's done. I feel like I'm in a model home. I can't believe it. I do want to add some labels on the baskets, and I will do that real quick, tie them on, and then in the morning, after this mess is cleared out, everything's taken away, which is going to feel so good, I will give you a final tour. I want to just show you quickly how I have arranged everything. So up here on the top, this is just seasonal decor that I like to pull out and use just in my living room. And I'm just storing it up here because it looks so cute. These bins worked out perfectly. I like how deep they are. And you can just fill them up so high without seeing the food like come out the top. So what I have up here is bread, tea, and baking. And in the baking tub, I just have all my cookie cutters and sprinkles and cupcake liners. So that's what is in there. And then this is actually a little diaper caddy that I'm not using for Lila anymore. In here, I'm storing all of our party supplies. I have hardly anything compared to what I did before, but what I had before was just ruined. Or something that we just didn't use at all. And then next to that, we have this little writing station where I've just put envelopes in case we need to write a letter or put bills or store stamps. So that's been a handy thing to have. Then I have my favorite part right here. This is my absolute favorite. So it had to be front and center: flour, sugar, then my cans of dry goods, and I have one empty one, so I will wait until I get something else. Rice. I was also thinking I could fill that with quinoa since I love quinoa. Then my sugars. Then I reduced my utensils. I had duplicates of stuff, so I just narrowed it down, whittled it down to the stuff that I needed, and we only have one of everything. Then paper products like paper cups and napkins, and then the cereal is kind of just hidden over here in this corner. So when you're looking straight, you don't see it at all, which is perfect because I don't love the look of those boxes. Then we have a couple of snack bins. Hot chocolate here just because 'tis the season. I won't have this year round. I'll switch that out in the summer. But for now, that's handy. Then right here in this corner, I have some minute brown rice and popcorn. Then we have our bin with plastic cups, bowls, and plates. And I loved this gray basket. So I moved my appliances over here. And again, just because they're kind of hidden, and I actually think that works out really well. And then we donated the brown baskets just because I didn't need them anymore. And I didn't like the brown, so somebody else can use and love them. But that basket came from Target, guys. Everything came from Target. Absolutely everything, and I'm really happy with it. Then I have chips down here, and then a blank one because I still need to go grocery shopping, so I'm sure I'll think of something to put in there. And then here we have the can organization. I have a couple things down here. I think I'll just keep this cooler as storage right here. It's not bothering me. Then I need to finish making a few candles, so that's just there to remind me. And then a couple little white baskets if I end up needing them in here after I go to the grocery store. And then all these little labels came from Michael's. So those are just chalkboard labels, and I wrote on them with chalk or chalkboard marker so that I can change these out whenever I want to. Be sure to stay tuned for other projects that I have around the house that are really going to help me feel more inspired in my space and to function 1,000 times better in my home. I cannot wait to share this journey with you guys. Again, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!